What's going on, guys? Friendly Neighborhood Nerd StarFox here, coming at you with a bit of a different video today. I have decided on doing a top 10 video. I haven't done one of these for quite some time and they're always enjoyable to put together. Even if you guys don't agree with me, this is my opinion, and with my choices and even if you despise the fact, this is still a top 10, so you're going to have to deal with that. Also, this is off the script, so yay, I actually scripted one. If you guys can't tell, just give me some ways for me to improve in the comments, I guess. The idea for this video is from Sharpdress Gaming, go check him out. He's a pretty cool guy. He himself did a video like this on his own, and since I love both Pokemon and fighting games so much, I thought this video would fit the bill, so let's do it. Before we start, I'd just like to say that I do have a tendency of placing multiple items of the topic in the same rank if they have the same reasonings between the 2, 3, etc., etc. Also, I will not be putting music in the background, so you guys are smart, you guys can just put your own music in the background. It's not really that difficult. But this is my top 10 Pokken Tournament DLC. Sorry about that, guys. You actually had to hear me stutter there. I'd just like to announce that even though you guys should already know this, this list is my own opinion. Most of the time there won't be any straightforward reasonings for my choices, so do not expect me to say things like, because this Pokemon has the most health in the game, and things relative to that sort of talk. Without further ado, let's fly straight into the rest of the video. In the number 10 spot, we have quite a few Pokemon actually. Starting strong with Magmar, Electabuzz, and Rhydon. These three are here because I've always felt that they are the brawling types of mons. They are always interesting to fight against each other, at least when we see it in the anime. Okay, I mixed up on the script there, guys, please. Yeah. These three Pokemon would be standard base fighters with good versatility, a lot like Lucario and Blaziken. I don't think they're quite there to be speed characters or technical characters. These would be pretty standard. As we have seen in the anime, this would be the most presentable way of placing these Pokemon if they were put into the game as playable characters. Also, they could be put in as support characters, but that can be done for another day maybe. I don't know, depends how good this goes. If you're still unsure about this, just have a look at both Blaine's Magmar and Paul's Electabuzz. And of course, we can't leave out their Generation 4 evolutions, Rhyperior, Electivire, Magmortar. Let's put Dusknoir in there as well, because he was in that pack as well. Unlike their pre-evolutions, these powerful Pokemon have more of a bulky build, leading us to thinking that they would become power-based characters if they were in the game, which does make a lot of sense. Just look at their sprites, they're very bulky. This idea has been portrayed throughout the anime as well. Sorry if you guys hear my chair squeaking. If these mons are introduced into the game within DLC, they would most likely be a DLC bundle, as we have seen other companies do with their fighting games, such as the Street Fighter series. Anyway, there's other ones as well. Also, could you imagine the design and animation possibilities of any of these 7 mons in their Synergy Burst forms, or their Synergy attacks? This could be so creative. Oh, that would just be a beautiful sight. I would love to see that. But anyway, we got 9 left, so let's continue. And do not worry, number 10 has the most mons in one place. The biggest one of all of the top 10 is out of the way. In the number 9 slot, we have Blastoise. There really isn't much to say here, as it was a surprise that this mon hasn't already been implemented into the game. But let's be honest, he will definitely be in there at some point. And just as a side note, Blastoise wouldn't be that difficult of a character to implement into the game itself. All they really have to do is take Chandeler's commands, data, and other information, and just tweak it up a bit and change it into Blastoise's sprite. And then after a little bit of time and a tiny bit of money, boom, we have Blastoise ready for use and a ton of fans happy. It already has its Mega Evolution, so you don't really need to put a lot of thought into the Synergy Burst, because Charizard's just Charizard X, and Mewtwo's just Mewtwo X. I don't see the problem in it. And seriously, I'm sure most of the Pokemon veterans that are watching this video for some reason, who probably just clicked on it, remembers the time that in the Johto region where Ash fought Gary's Blastoise in the Pokemon League. I'm pretty sure that was Johto region. Yeah, because it was when they met the Blaziken, who's from Holland. I mean, who doesn't want to have that fight with one of the best, with like, see, it's like this. You get your best mate to come over, and then it's just fire versus water. It's like classical. It's great. Just think about that for a bit. Anyway, that's enough of this big blue turtle. Let's continue down the list. I'm sorry that I had to make that pun there, guys. But anyway, in the number 8 spot, we have Terrakion. If there is going to be any fighting type legendary inputted into this game, it has to be Terrakion. Also, I'm saying inputted a lot or implemented. So just skip past that a bit, okay? Just look at this monster. Look at its sprite. Sure, the sprite structure would be a lot like Suicune's. Actually, a lot like Suicune's. Having all 4 feet on the ground is sort of a bit different. But I guarantee that this mon would be amazing if it was added in. Like I'd use it, obviously. To be honest though, I don't know what type of character it would be. It's pretty fast, but it could be standard or power. Actually, standard or power seems more likely, as I believe its dex entries usually talk about him smashing through castle walls easily, usually with a single blow. Don't quote me on that. But there's my thoughts on Terrakion as a character for you guys. Let me move on to the number 7 spot. Here we have another favourite 4-legged friend of mine. I'm going to be straight with you guys. The only reason that Absol is on this list is because he is one of my favourite mons in general. But even so, I think it would still fit neatly into the game. It'd probably be a technical character, just like Gardevoir, Shadow Mewtwo, and Gengar. Is there any other ones? I don't remember the other ones, if there are. Just look at it, the stuff that it gets and can use. Like, I'm pretty sure technically would fit the bill. Also, it's got a Mega, so again, no synergy burst needed to be designed, just the synergy attack. Okay, so that one was pretty short. But let's move on into the number 6 slot. I know this is a bit erratic for you guys, but you guys will deal with it. If you're watching this video still, you guys will deal with this. This is where the list gets interesting. As you can see on your screen, we have a coughing and a Trubbish. Now, before you start screaming in the comments and disliking the video, I have some short, sharp reasonings behind these picks. So let me pull them up. First of all, we have the fact that they have even managed to get Chandelure, a chandelier, in the game, which technically doesn't even have feet or legs. Secondly, just traverse into your mind a bit and find the time where you were watching the Ash between Ash's 6 mons up against Roxy's 3 during the end of the Univers anime. And lastly, can you just imagine these 2 mons jolting around the screen? I reckon that'd be hilarious. Sure, they may not be the fastest of Pokemon, but they should not allow them to be in the speed tier, or at least the standard tier. And if you guys are really bored, make them technical characters. That'll really get the audience riled up, wouldn't it? And there is just something about these 2 mons in a fighting game that seems overly appealing to me. That's enough of the number 666 slot, but let us continue to the number 5 slot. Here, we have the Mighty Birds. Yes, that's right, Staraptor, Swallow, and Honchkrow. Any of these would work. I just always get the feeling that out of all the flying types, these ones should be in the game. I mean, Staraptor gets close combat, so it makes sense, right? And as of now, Charizard is the only flying type mon in the game. Even then, it technically loses the flying typing during Synergy Burst, but that's another story. So I think at least one more flying type mon should be put into the game at some point. I don't know. Maybe it might come out 2 weeks. It might come out in a year and a half. I don't know. And I guess you could also put Talonflame on here due to what happened when Ash's switching to Evolve? Question mark? I don't know. I just like the other ones better. Sorry, Talonflame. Well, this list is getting good now. So let's move into the number 4 spot. Ooh, here we have another favourite of mine. Toxicroak. Anyone remember the Team Galactic guy with the Toxicroak during Pokemon Diamond and Pearl? that was awesome in the anime, but really sucked in the actual video game. I really don't know. It sometimes seems something about Toxicroak seems great, and if it was in the game, it just makes it seem greater to me. Just the thought of it gets me slightly hyped up inside. I don't know. I'm really dead inside, guys. Help me. Toxicroak would be another standard character, but just, come on. Imagine the possibilities. And get rid of that. And into the top 3 we go. Does anyone get the feeling that these two should really be in the game? It just seems right. I imagine these two being like Weebile, who's already in the game, like that's what I'm basing it on, running around the screen, dodging and blocking and comboing the hell out of the opponent after piercing through the enemy's shield, because they get greedy and they think they can block forever. Also, don't you think these two mons should get some love? I mean, ever since fairy types, Bishop's been moderately useful and Vigoroth's just Vigoroth. He's got slacking as a powerhouse, but I think Vigoroth's better all around. And just look at their designs. Anyway, another short one for you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sort of trying to make up for the first one. Let's get rid of these two. Here in the number 2 slot, we have, that's right, Excadrill. This mon would dig, this mon would slash, heck, this mon would torpedo into the opponent. He'd probably be a power character like Garchomp and Machamp, if not a standard, so nothing overly special or unique. Though he'd definitely be a fun character to play as, whether he be overpowered, underpowered, or balanced, it won't really matter. It's Excadrill, for God's sakes. Imagine the burst attack. Just think about it for a bit. I'll even stop talking. Okay, I can't stop talking. I've got to keep on talking. I'm sorry, guys. I keep on talking. But Pikachu ain't going to last against this thing. So even though it's in the number 2 spot, it's still a relatively short and sharp explanation. Have I made up for the number 10 slot yet, guys? Please tell me. Don't worry, number 1 won't be very long either. And now for the time you've all been waiting for. In the number 1 spot of my top 10 Pokken Tournament DLCs, we have Tyrant and Golett. I am not even joking right now. Tyrant and Golett. Although I don't really see these two being put into the game, especially since Tyrantrum is already in there with his dopey looking sprite rocking side to side, I would be so happy if they were added. I just imagine these two tiny terrors moving around the field at a reasonable speed, not exactly Sonic speed, and then ferociously attacking the enemy whenever they get close. I just really want to play as these two characters. It'd just be so fun. If I were allowed to add any Pokemon of my choosing to the game, it'd be Tyrant. Probably because Weevile's already in there. So I guess that means the Golett is at number 1.5, technically. Oh well, I just think that either of these would be a fun addition to the game. And I just want to see Tyrant just smash the hell out of Machamp, really. Anyway, that's the end of my top 10 Pokken Tournament DLCs. Be sure to place your ideas in the comments below, or to just add to the ongoing discussions that should be in there, hopefully, maybe, possibly, if we're lucky, I don't know. I'd also greatly appreciate it if you left a like on the video, as this was the first time in forever that I have actually scripted something for my video. And I'm sorry if I didn't act it out very well, but I don't know what to say to you guys. And if you're still listening to this video, I congratulate you, as you have gone into the running of having a negative 12% chance of having your very own Tyrant fossil appear on your bed momentarily. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm out.